Welcome to the Las Vegasville podcast, brought to you by Jump Studios, where we cover topics related to everything happening around Sin City, including the social media scene, food, and a whole lot more, with some of the best, most popular accounts around the city, and talk about their success in Vegas and beyond. I'm your host, Philip Zhang, aka Las Vegas Phil. Check me out on IG or TikTok, and feel free to text or leave me a voicemail at 702-551-4445. On with the show. Okay, welcome to this week's show. I'd love to introduce you to Reina Huang, who is a truly unstoppable force. I personally have never met a person that eats more with such vigor and enthusiasm than she does, and my guess is not many have, which is just one of the reasons why she's so popular. I initially met Reina in the summer of 2020 when she went to one of my clients' places and ate every single Sammy on the menu in about 30 minutes. Beyond all the amazing videos, she makes these massive amounts of food that she crushes. I've had the privilege of getting a glimpse into her insane life, and she is one of the hardest working people I've ever met in social media. From road trips to meet and greets with throngs of fans all over the world, no food challenge is too big to try and take on. Along with keeping up with all the social media platforms, Reina puts out more content on the daily than most, and her straight-up hustle is something I admire a ton. From eating 10 pounds of fries to hundreds of wings to massive seafood boils to the most gigantic bowls of ramen and pho ever and everything in between, she's truly a marvel with fans all over the world, sporting 3.4 million on TikTok, 716K on YouTube, 344K on IG, 581K on Facebook, 15.8K on Twitter, and even 2K on Twitch. There's more on her website, including merchandise at reinascrazy.com. Never has a social media handle fit a person so well. I'm happy to call her friend. Thrilled to see her here. Welcome, Reina Huang.
Thank you.
Back to the show. It's been a while since you've been back in Vegas.
Yeah, and then now that when you mentioned that intro, I was like, man, 2020, 7 years. Wow, it went by so quickly,
It went by so quickly. For
oh
sure.
my God.
For sure. What brings you into town this time around?
So, I'm obviously, like you said, I'm known for the food and stuff, but not many people know I play video games. So I actually came this time around to participate in like a esports event, and I was like demonstrating and showcasing the game League of Legends, which is what I play, to like everybody that was there. Yeah.
That's awesome. And I think that's a smart move by Vegas Inferno, who reached out to you to kind of do a cross promotion because you are so popular to kind of promote video games in that way. You've been playing, how long have you been playing League?
I've been playing League ever since I was like a sophomore in high school. Yeah, so that's like maybe 10 plus years now.
That's amazing. And was this your first competitive experience on this kind of format?
It was not competitive. This event is more just like for fun, networking, and just like playing for fun. Yeah. I mean, like, I've definitely aspired to be a professional gamer, but now not so much. But when I was younger, obviously everybody wants to play video games as a living, So yeah.
For sure. What else you got planned while you're here, or what have you been doing?
So yesterday I did a bibimbap challenge, which is a Korean dish.
7 pounds, right?
7 pounds, yeah. And then today I'm visiting Sayulitas. They're very well known for their big burritos, but I think they're launching like a fries challenge or something as well.
Oh, okay.
So that'll be exciting. And then tomorrow I'm doing a foodie tour with the Lip Smacking Foodie Tours in the Venetian. So that'll be a fun little tour on the Strip.
Yeah. Nice. So a lot of people kind of reach out to me, even asking how to get in touch with you.
Really?
And how to like get you into their place. And I think the biggest thing is the food challenge, right?
That I feel like that is definitely my niche, to kind of like make myself stand separate from what other people do. But I feel like even within like the first 2 years, like I've gotten news articles of me eating big foods or whatever. That's not really what really pushed me. It's because like I really don't believe in like overnight fame, right? Like even like 1 or 2 articles aren't going to do anything for you. It's up to you to take that and like push it and use that as more fuel to get to where you want. Yeah.
Yeah, good. I mean, you're the queen of consistency.
Thank you.
Absolutely. It's been amazing. What do you like about Vegas? I mean, you've been here so many times over.
I like it. I love the people. I love Phil. I actually know, but I'm not just saying that. I actually really love the vibe here. The Vegas is just so fun to be at. Everybody's so chill. You know, everybody's just here to have fun. It's Vegas, you know? So, like, I feel like the people here aren't really that uptight. Everybody just, like, very relaxed. And I can just kind of be myself. And also, you know, because, like, I sometimes have some crazy outfits or have some crazy ideas. Nothing is too crazy here, which is what I love. So nobody would judge me for my weird ideas, you know?
That's true. Everyone seems to be down no matter what.
Yeah, yeah.
It's quite different than LA, right?
LA, yeah. I mean, I feel like LA has like a certain vibe. You know, everybody wants to have a certain look. You know, everybody cares a little bit too much about what other people think. And then, you know, if I sometimes act a little crazy, people give me, you know, something to judge me. But, you know, I like to be not having feel like no restriction. I can just do whatever I want. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've talked about this before, but I still get this question anytime I put up a story of you. Everyone asks, where does all the food go? And so we're gonna answer. I mean, if you don't mind answering it again.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
It's just so hard for me to answer that question because I just eat a lot. That's honestly, that's just all there is to it. And because everything is just practice makes perfect, and because, you know, now that I've been doing this for like more than 7 years, I guess, my body's just used to it. Like I don't feel the food coma as much. You know, my body's just used to having that capacity. And I know we're going to talk about the Asia tour coming up, but I just want to talk a little bit about that because I was really humbled on my tour. You know, here, like not many girls are competitive eaters, but I met a lot of crazy girl eaters, especially in Taiwan, and Japan is even crazier. Like those Asian eaters are something else. Like you think I eat a lot? There's very talented people who are very good at food fighting out there. Yeah,
That's unbelievable. Yeah. But I mean, I'm sure a lot of them were inspired by you. Is it a? Or is
I
it
mean,
a
I
different
didn't.
scene?
No, I don't like the Asian competitive eater scene.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they really knew me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was just like a thing. It's like I feel like it's more popular in Asia, you know. But like America, I feel like it's just more nichey. You know, not many like. I mean, I guess the trend of like eating a lot, because like America's already viewed as gluttonous, so not many people want to like, you know, be like look like be called a pig or whatever. But no, in Asia, it's actually like very well like viewed at. You know, people think it's really cool still. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
But competitive eating has kind of been a boys' club for so many years. How is that? What's that experience been like for you? Because you don't fit the mold of what anyone would imagine a competitive eater would look like.
Again, I feel like that's more of a like American thing.
Really?
You know, yeah, because yeah, no, but that is the reason why I got really popular because you know, there's not many girls who do this in America. But like I said, when I went to Asia, the girls over there ate more than the guys. It's actually very common there. So I was like, oh, that is actually really cool. And it was just very fun linking with them and then talking about them. And it's the same thing. Like, I mean, like they get asked, how do you eat so much? They just literally like to eat. They just like to eat. You know, one of the girls I talked to in Taiwan, when we finished the food challenge, she's still like looking at food. She's still thinking about food. We just love food that much.
So there's no mental prep for you anymore. Like last night, you talked about diving into a 7-pound bibimbap. You just
I honestly didn't even know I was going to do it.
Mimi
Yeah,
just
no,
brought it in?
no. I mean, Mimi said she wanted me to make a video, so I assumed there was going to be some sort of like challenge. And then I showed up. She's like, "Oh, you're going to eat this." I'm like, "Okay."
Okay. So your body's acclimated to it. So, but for bigger challenges, is there ever some kind of prep? Like,
Yes, yeah. So I feel like 7 is still like 7 pounds of food is like comfortable enough for me to kind of have because that's how big the bibimbap was.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was but like 10-pound plus, I really need to have like more focus. Yeah, because like yesterday I ate in the morning, you know, I had snacks throughout the day. I didn't really like prep for it, but yeah, I think if it's bigger, I definitely have to prep for it. Yeah.
so what does that mean? So working out in the morning and then just fasting?
Yeah, fasting.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're completely ravenous by the time
Yes.
it starts.
Yeah.
And somehow the Diet Cokes and the Coke Zeros help.
Yeah, because I can't burp without drinking like carbonated stuff, and then burping really creates that air in my stomach, so I can eat more. Yeah,
Okay.
and I like the taste.
It's funny, like when you're done with a food challenge, it's like littered with like Diet Coke cans everywhere. Yeah. And it's pretty awesome to see.
Thanks.
So also you've been traveling a ton. You went to Singapore, South Korea, Taiwan, Japan. recently. Where
I also went to Mexico too.
went to Mexico.
Yeah.
Road warrior completely. How do these trips get set up? Like, for example, I think South Korea was your first.
So yeah, I went to South Korea first. That one I was very lucky. It was a sponsored trip, but I went there just to promote some Korean stuff. And then I don't speak like Korean like at all, so I'm very lucky I had a translator. And I just looking at these articles in Korean, I was like, hey, this one looks interesting. So he drove me everywhere, and then it was very fun. And then because it actually is the Korean trip that inspired me to do the Asia tour, because out of Korea, I only found 3 food challenges. All the other stuff was just like me vlogging, trying street food, and exploring. And I came to realization before COVID, that's what I became known for, all the traveling and stuff. And because it's coming back, I was like, you know what? YOLO, I'm just gonna go. I literally, I think a week after the Korea trip, I just laid in bed and I looked at the plane app and I was like, I'm just gonna book Singapore and Taiwan and Japan. I was like, all right, we're going to Asia for a month next month. That's how
it looked like a hell of a trip. And all the connections you made, all the people you met. You mentioned you got recognized at a random Korean McDonald's.
Oh yeah. It's fun. Yeah, I was like, I never thought it would be international like that. I was like, yeah, it's actually very cool.
Nice. Yeah. And then, so I guess Singapore, you've gotten a lot of attention from your trip.
Yeah, because I'm very lucky to, before the trip, I already knew who Zermatt was, and Zermatt is a very big Singapore kind of like content creator. So he helped me, find the restaurants, create events, and Singapore's national language is also English, so it's very easy for them to watch my videos and stuff.
Right. Everything just ends in la instead.
Yeah,
right?
la.
And then, any favorite place or any favorite memories of the whole trip? I mean,
I'm very biased towards Taiwan. I just like every time Taiwan, I can never forget the street food and the fried food and all the old grandmas and ladies just, at the walk frying up all these goodies. Yeah, that's just my favorite part. Yeah.
That's awesome. And then, so is there a big difference between competitive eaters and female eaters in Japan, Taiwan, and Singapore?
In America?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're I don't know. It's just like
full time.
They don't do it full time, no. Some of the best eaters were actually still high school students. They're young. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, but they're managed by, they don't make their own content. A lot of them have like a manager. They're all part of organizations, and honestly, they just eat. Their job is just to eat. They just like these TV shows find these people that eat a lot, and they just like use them to create content. Yeah.
Interesting. So they're just the talent. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, which is like good and bad, because like I manage everything, but I like my freedom. But sometimes I see they get like pampered. Like everybody has a camera set up, and like even in Zermatt in Singapore, like he had like a good amount of like 5 guys. The camera. He literally like one of the events he set up for me. It was a big event. Like I think like 50 people came to watch us. He came like maybe like 10 minutes late. Everything's already set up. He just came and showed up to eat. I was like, oh wow, that's so nice. I'm already here slaving by myself. Like I gotta set up a camera.
No setup or anything. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So does Zero Matt do this professionally?
Yes, yeah. So like there's definitely a lucky few that could do this for like their full-time job, but a lot of them are part of like organizations that help them. I think the biggest thing is because like especially in Taiwan, the YouTube money they make in Taiwan is not nearly as much as the U.S. And Singapore is also a pretty rich country, so Singapore is I think a little bit easier. Japan maybe a little bit easier, but Taiwan is still getting there. Because like. Their main source of like social media is still Facebook, so they're a little bit behind on like social media platforms. So still like more old-fashioned, Yeah.
Interesting. The fandom is insane. You're recognized literally everywhere you go, and I freaking love that. Can we talk about some of the more interesting or fun moments with fans that you've had overseas or
overseas? Yeah.
Or just in general? Hawaii was crazy. Like, I remember you posted a story where you were waiting for food and people were just pulling over the side of the road when they recognized you.
Yeah, that's very cute. I was just chilling. I think in Singapore was the one I was most surprised, because I don't expect myself to like have such big international presence, but a couple of the food challenges that I was going to do, actually some people showed up, so
Yeah.
that was actually like very cute. And then even in Taiwan, there was a guy that I went to like a night market, and I was like kind of like, I was just chilling that day, no food challenge, I just wanted to go to a night market, and then he was like DMing me, oh, I'm such a big fan, can I please go? So I felt bad because like it didn't really sync up, because I don't drive anywhere, I just walk, so I have to plan on my walking, but we just barely missed each other, and finally like towards like the third day he finally saw me at a food challenge.
day.
Yeah, no, he really, so I was just like, wow, really diehard fan in Taiwan. Pretty cute, yeah.
That's awesome. What about stateside? I mean, are there any states or cities that stand out for you where, I mean, people show up, or places that you just love going because you have a fuzzy...
I mean, Hawaii I always love.
Yeah.
Hawaii, everybody loves Hawaii, but Texas is one of them too. Yeah, I love Texas. Yeah, and Florida.
Really?
I'm just saying all like the coastal stuff. I just like the beach. Yeah, so any of
what
like
it
the
is.
southern states, coast and ocean.
Right.
But I love all my fans everywhere. I just like it when it's hot. Yeah, so that's also why I didn't like Korea too much. When it was snowing, it was a very bad idea.
Yeah, it looked freezing. I do remember that.
Yeah.
Going back to, you mentioned like people in Taiwan have managers and things like that. Most of the time, people at your level have some sort of management or agency. Why? I mean, I'm sure people have approached you, but why have you not?
It's hard to trust people for me. I do have like a few like assistants that help me like reach out here and there, but they're not like my full time. Like they're not on my payroll. Like I don't pay them consistently. It's more just like, let me help you out, and then we do this, and you get a cut or whatever. I've even asked too, right? Like it's just like, it's just very like simple stuff like that. Like I don't mind the help. Like, but like I like. Cause here's a really bad story actually. I've actually had people who like use my name and didn't tell me and like took all the profit for themselves. So I got so mad because one, I didn't say that you could use my name to like say, oh, I know Reina, she's gonna come by. I just did it for favor because I still do a lot of stuff for favors, just like to help people, but I've had the habit.
Event took the cash and didn't tell you?
Yeah, so I didn't know it was going to be a paid event, but like they told, I barely even knew them, but they approached the restaurant saying, I can get Reina out here. So I was just doing them a favor. I was like, okay, sure, why not? It's not too far. But then the owner actually told me, I was like, oh, do I write it to you or them? I was like, wait, what are you talking about? So.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, but yeah, no, just little things like that. And then also because like, I feel like, I don't know. I just like, I like to post a lot of stuff, and then like sometimes I don't like sometimes take other people longer to edit. I just do it myself really quick because I'm already so used to editing myself so fast. And then like my videos have never been like the crazy edits, although I would like that, but it's just like my viewers are so used to like constant videos from me. And then like I feel like people just like me just because they just like traveling with me. I've never been like crazy edit or crazy like, wow, look at this, and like all these crazy effects and stuff. It's just like, I'm just a girl who likes to eat food and likes to travel. So I think that's what people
there's
like.
no B-roll. You're just holding the phone, and people are just personally invested in what you're all about.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. But speaking of volume, okay, like I think for an average food creator in Vegas, 7 times a week for posting would be a ton.
Yeah.
In the last 7 days on TikTok, just TikTok, you've posted 50 times.
I actually counted that.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
I counted. So, and 50 times would be like 2 months, 3 months for some of the
Really?
creators in town. But the amount of volume that you put out is just so impressive. And I mean, how is that? But that's just TikTok. But you're doing YouTube, you're doing Facebook, Twitter. I mean, how do you manage? What goes first when you finish a video? You post it on TikTok first, then you go to IG, and then you go to Twitter. Like, what's going on?
A lot of my tastings and just promoting restaurants are specifically only TikTok, just the short videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's the long videos, then I work on the YouTube video first, and then I work on the other stuff. But I guess I focus on TikTok most, because like TikTok is where I edit the reels, and I just take that TikTok video and post it on Facebook, Twitter. It's all cross like posting. It's not like I'm making a new video for everyone. I just go on every platform and post it, and it works out that way. And then because I post so much, I just a lot of my videos are very simple, or they're just very simple things. But I already know kind of like what my viewers like to like a lot of the food bringing out. That gets so much views for that. That's like 10 seconds. But it's just like a massive whatever. People bring it out. And people just like to see that. I'm like, okay.
I love the POV because, you don't know what's coming out, and then when it finally comes out, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe Reina's going to eat all this.
It's cute.
It's amazing. Really astounding. And I think it goes back to saying, you just have this unstoppable innate drive to personally just put it out, right? I mean, you just have to want to do it. I don't think there's a course that you could take.
No,
motivation that
no,
you have to do this.
it's really just up to you. Like I've seen so many creators like come and go, and I try to help them out as much as I can, but a lot of the times, just like if it doesn't work out to like their expectations, maybe like 3 months of trying, they just stop posting or not be as consistent. And I mean, it is what it is. Like, I can't force anybody to want to do it. Like, this is, I've always just been a very ambitious person. Ever since I can remember, ever since middle school. Like, I've just always had these, like, crazy dreams. And then, I wasn't well liked in high school, I think, because of that, because I was a little bit too weird. But I just wanted to do like, all sorts of stuff. Like, I just have, that's just the kind of person I am. So, it's really up to you to, want it that bad and then pursue it.
Yeah. Unbelievable. And then there's the website as well. You manage the website yourself.
Yes.
Are you packing merch yourself?
Yes.
Oh my God. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, also the biggest thing in social media has been the increasing popularity of YouTube Shorts. You obviously had all that content anyway. How has applying that been for you on YouTube?
So I actually have a second YouTube channel to post on my shorts, because I feel like I post so much on my main one already. It's going to kind of like mess with the view count, because YouTube Shorts, they're great, but they don't make any money. And then YouTube is my like main job, So I want to make sure my main YouTube channel is still going, but I don't want all these extra content to go to waste. So very luckily, I think my second YouTube channel has like
It's gone off.
Yeah, it's more than 300K subs or something. So, I literally just post all the TikTok stuff onto that. And then, so I'm very grateful that worked out as well.
Right. So for those that don't know, I mean, Reina Huang is the main channel, and then at Reina is Crazy is the secondary channel. Yeah, it went off. Last time I checked, maybe it was at 70K the last time I looked. It's at 323K. You have a tornado potato video at 65 million views.
That's not even me eating. So you just do some random stuff of making food. I don't know what to see. That's why I just post everything. I was like, you never know what's going to go viral. I had no idea that I was going to get 60 million views.
Unbelievable. So, yeah, there's a lot of opinions from big time channels arguing about shorts affecting long and all that stuff. So, in your experience, you would say it's better because you only have 25 shorts on the main channel.
Yeah, I mean, it was just for me, like, just kind of like test with it. And then, like, it's just like the amount of money it makes isn't like really that significant. And I know YouTube is like pushing the channels to have shorts more, but I don't know. It's really hard to understand the YouTube algorithm sometimes. And like I said, like right now I'm posting 4 videos a week, full videos on my main channel. And I already, I was actually editing this morning too. I have enough videos to go all the way until June. So 4 videos a week. So I'm already like, there's a lot of videos already lined up, and I don't want to like the shorts video to collide with the amount of views it gets, Yeah, but and I'm very happy because like the Asian ones, like it's starting to get more views because people love the traveling stuff. So I want to keep it at that level,
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Seems though a lot of people just have a completely separate shorts channel. So that's interesting. I feel like the One Bites could have their own sub channel by themselves.
Yeah, they could.
How did that even start? I mean,
dude, I don't even know. It's just like I mean, like, cause like I do competitive eating, so like I put a lot of stuff in my mouth, and so I don't have a really gag reflex, and it's just funny because it's a little bit suggestive.
It's a little bit suggestive, yes.
But and then eventually it just got so many views, and I eventually got known for it, and then like I've seen other girls do it. I'm like, all right, whatever. And did you know I got a World Star? I got a World Star because with the One Bites.
Oh, you did? What?
Yeah, they did. They wrote an article about World Star.
World Star. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I think people would love the sub channel.
I never thought of making a separate channel for it, but like I have a category on TikTok for all the One Bites, but I just never thought.
That'd be amazing. What's been the most? I mean, I've seen you put crullers, sausages, lobster tails. I mean, has there ever been like the most memorable One Bite?
It's probably the one that first popped off. It was the shish kebab or something. Right. Yeah, I think I was like in a katana costume, being a ninja that day, and it was very long. So I think that one is the first one that went really viral, and then it's still pinned on my TikTok because I was just like, oh, this is such a good memory of one of my first viral One Bites.
And so going back to social media really quickly, so YouTube, you still feel like, I mean, if you could only keep one app, social media app, it would still be YouTube.
That is the moneymaker.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Facebook Watch would be number 2, you'd say? Or how does
It is my second moneymaker, but Instagram is so important to me in terms of staying connected with businesses. I think I would choose Instagram over the money Facebook makes, surprisingly.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I don't even use my text. I hate answering emails. I like messaging on Instagram.
Totally.
Yeah, that's literally like my main business. It's very like, casual, but that's how I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, we had an interesting podcast last week where most of the people on here were saying, despite the larger following on TikTok, they seem to care about it less. Which is weird.
Yeah.
Is it because it's just a post and go, and you're not really?
Yeah, I'm not really connecting on TikTok. I don't really like network on TikTok. The creator panel is very like laggy, and it's not. I don't know, it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
So yeah, it literally is just a platform to get views. It's a platform for you to like farm numbers, right? Because like when you approach businesses, you just need numbers. So that's what it is. And like, I mean, it's not like people don't view it. It's just that it's hard to network on it, right? So like, I mean, like I can always say, like it still get views, right? You're still getting exposure, but Instagram is my main source of connecting with everybody.
So maybe if the DMs were better, if stories were better.
Yeah, perhaps.
Okay.
But then is also the question of would everybody switch to TikTok than Instagram, right? Because it will take time for everybody to do. I mean, it takes time, especially for restaurants to catch onto social media. I mean, there's still people, like I said, Taiwan is still on Facebook, man. Like it takes time for them to move on to the next thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane. So Facebook is definitely the number 1 platform
In Taiwan. Yeah.
for sure. That's so weird. So do they even have TikTok? Do they even do it? I wonder. Not really.
I haven't. Like the content creators I met there, they don't really care for it. They don't even
Interesting.
have one. Yeah.
We're gonna actually I have a ton of just random questions, so I'm just
Okay.
gonna run into those.
Okay.
Raina, do you ever Google yourself?
Yeah, sometimes. I'm very curious. And then sometimes I was like, oh, how did they find this information? They have some very detailed information about my exes that I didn't even know.
Really?
sometimes. Yeah.
X's? Okay. I actually did a Chat GPT. I went on a podcast recently. They actually wrote out my whole podcast via Chat GPT.
Really?
Yeah, which was weird.
What's ChatGPT?
So it's a AI that kind of like a next level Siri
Okay.
on a computer where you can say, hey, give me 10 interview questions. I'm interviewing Raina Wong. Give me 10 interview questions.
And
Give
there's an AI me?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I asked for to write up an introduction for you, and they did that too. I don't know if it's true though. Well, obviously the key points are true. It says, you're a competitive eater, social media personality known for your ability to consume large amounts of food quickly. They say you were born March 27th.
Oh, yeah, that's completely
That's
off.
completely, yeah, that's what I thought. In China.
No.
Right. And you currently reside in California, yes. You hold multiple eating records, including eating 12 pounds of pho noodles in 1 hour and consuming 183 chicken wings in 30 minutes. Is this
I don't know about the 180 chicken wings in 30 minutes. I never did that, no.
okay? And then it finally says, Raina also works as a real estate agent and has a degree in hospitality management.
What?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, this is what ChatGPT threw up here.
No.
So weird.
No.
Okay. All right.
What?
I don't know. So what would you guess would be the most inquiries into you if they Googled you? Because like, is Raina Huang blank? So what do you think? What do you think people
I mean,
are
I think a lot of it is how does Raina eat all that food? How does Raina stay skinny? I've also got a lot of is Raina single?
Yes, that is top 3. Number 1 is actually, if you put in is Raina Huang is married.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Korean, single. Who is Raina Huang? And then they ask about your net worth.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right. What is any weird things that you've intriguing things that you've read after Googling yourself?
I mean, I think I have never seen myself as a real estate agent. Where did that come from? I've never said.
I thought that was so weird. Yeah. So obviously ChatGPT has some work to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, real estate agent. Who would have thought? Yeah. After crushing all this food, I'll show you this 800K home. You've got, is it Patreon?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that? I mean, a lot of YouTubers use it. What kind of?
It's just extra content.
Okay.
Like,
For the
it's just
super
like for
fans?
diehard fans who want to see extra content. A lot of people mistaken it with OnlyFans. It is not OnlyFans.
Right.
Yeah, it's just like sometimes I do Patreon special like Q&As, or like I have extra content and I just put it there. That I don't want to put on YouTube because I think it's a little. That's very rare though. I don't really care about being a perfectionist, but I mean, anyway, sometimes if I want Patreon to like just have a little like extra content of me doing whatever.
Yeah, you offer certain levels of membership as well. Obviously, the more they pay, the more access they have to you, and special stuff they get as well. Why no? I mean, I know the answer, but why no OnlyFans?
I don't think I need to do it. And then I feel like I have a very, I try to have a very family-friendly image, right? That's why I didn't think that One Bites would do so well. And I get a lot of hate for it. But I don't post any of that on YouTube. So YouTube is still, I try to keep as family-friendly as possible. But yeah, I mean, like, I just don't feel the need to do it. And it gets very tiring. You know, like, I've done photo shoots and, like, dressed up in the past. It's very tiring. Like, already on top of what I do, traveling and editing and eating and filming and all that, I don't have time to dress up and look photo shoot and do all this and edit more photos. Yeah, I mean, like, good for those girls who do it, but it's a job. Like,
Yeah.
it's another job that I feel like I don't need. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, not enough time and the clean, wholesome image. That's true. The greatest gift I've ever witnessed a fan give you was a 6-pack of Diet Coke. I'm sure there have been many better ones than that. Can you think of any amazing fan gifts that you've gotten in the past?
I don't know, I feel like a good practical one was when I was eating like outside and then the fan just bought a blanket for me. That was nice. And they just told me to keep it. And I was like,
Right.
oh, this is so cute. Because I get cold very easily. So they can see I was shaking while I was trying to eat the food and they just came over, put the blanket on me. So they went to go get it for me. I was like, oh, that's cute.
That's nice.
Yeah.
With all the guests on the show, I try to do a deep dive. I watched one of your videos.
I saw your comment.
5
Yeah.
years ago. You were celebrating 5K subs, which was really cute with all your pets in the video. And you did a spicy noodle challenge. And I love that in the beginning of it, you were saying that, you know, you were living your dream already at that milestone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, fucking amazing. What would 2023 Raina say to that person now, or any advice that you would have given that person about the road that you've taken for competitive
Honestly,
eating
just-
and social media?
I would have just told her, just keep doing what you're doing. Because, like, I've always been grateful in my position. See, like you said, like, 5K subs, I was already very grateful. I was like, I never thought
Yeah.
5,000 people sub to me. But I remember back then, every 1,000 sub I got, I was so excited, you know? Yeah, no, I've always been very happy. This is my job, and I'm very grateful for everybody and all the support I get.
People see the incredible eating challenges, but only a few understand the prep and work involved. If someone wanted to, I mean, I'm sure you've given advice, but if someone wanted to get into this realm, start eating because they can eat a lot, what are some key points to try to take it to the next level beyond just at home?
It's very dangerous, but let's say like you're training at a buffet, right? Or you're training, or you're like pushing yourself to the limit of how much you can eat. Drink enough water after that big meal until you like absolutely cannot, because that's like slowly expanding your stomach. I remember when I still was working as a chef, and then I went to a nearby pho restaurant. Just so it's cheaper, I ordered like the noodle bowls without the meat. So then I would just practice sitting there eating 3 bowls of noodles and then like, I don't know, get some few sides. And then I was just like, I would drink as much water. Oh, water, you just keep asking for waters just to like fill up. And that's part of how like I just kept practicing to eat more, because broth is very heavy.
Yeah.
And, you know, water is, you know, it expands. So yeah, just.
So that's the key. Start drinking water once you're at your limit. Your fullest
Yeah.
limit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but like, don't kill yourself, please. Like, I don't want anybody to get too hurt. But that's definitely the extreme of like what I've heard people do as well. Like, some people like do a lot of crazy water stuff. Yeah.
Wow. You mentioned dangerous, and people don't understand that, I think, watching the videos, but has there ever been a situation where you felt like
Me personally, luckily, no. But I know that sometimes people get their stomach like kind of like punctured from drinking or eating too much food. But they're like extreme, right? Like I've definitely failed a lot of challenges now because I'm like I can't do this. Like I don't care anymore. I can't do this. I'd rather keep my health than try to do something way too crazy. Because I'm like I don't like it's too much. So don't like push yourself, but like don't kill yourself. You know? Yeah.
well, after some of the spicy challenges I've seen you go through, it feels like you're teetering on the edge of death.
Man, I mean, like that was a special day. I don't do much spicy challenges anymore, and that oh, man, Mint really scarred
Yeah.
me, man. That was something else.
So do spicy challenges, have they gotten easier?
No,
No, it's still
No.
hell every time.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah, no. I never thought my forte was spicy. I just did it for fun and for fun content. Like I will still sit there and look miserable and like it's still very spicy. Yeah.
Damn. Okay. You pretty much live a straight edge lifestyle.
What does straight edge mean?
You don't drink or. Do
Oh yeah,
drugs.
yeah.
With how busy and on the go you are, I mean, that's probably been a great life decision.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about the choices that you've made to not drink or do drugs? It's always just been.
I just feel like I don't have a need to. Like I don't. I've tried smoking weed before and I just don't like it. I feel so sluggish, and then I'm a very like hyperactive person. I'm always on the go.
You are.
And then like if I that one time I like did some weed, like I was editing and I was like I can't concentrate, So I put it sets me behind, and then alcohol. I hate the taste. I'm a very lightweight, and I don't know. I just feel like I don't need it. I don't like being not in control. Like and then I don't know what kind of situation I would be in, and then I just want to make sure like I'm okay, because I travel alone, and it's scary, right? Yeah.
Yeah, which is amazing. I can't even imagine. Are your parents worried when you do all this now, or are they just used to it?
I mean, they're used to it, but like my dad texts me like at least every other day. Like I keep in contact with them, but I mean, my dad knows I've always been a very independent person, so
Yeah.
he just lets me do my thing now. Yeah.
Going back to not this. Okay, in order of most to least willing, which challenges sound best to you? Okay, so you have 8 pounds of each: French fries, spaghetti and meatballs, loco moco, milk and cereal, and barbecue pork ribs. Which would be your number one most willing to do challenge?
Okay, I heard Loco Moco. I want Loco Moco now. And then
So you got fries, loco moco. Loco moco is number one. Spaghetti and meatballs, milk and cereal, and barbecue pork ribs.
spaghetti and meatballs, and it's just plain French fries.
Yeah.
Oh, just French fries. Milk and cereal, and the barbecue ribs.
Okay. I did watch your serial killers video a couple times because we had Chris Burns on a while back. That really fucked you up. Like,
Yeah,
in your-
it's just like it's a lot of chewing.
yeah.
But like capacity wise, I don't think it was that bad. It's just like you're sitting there and chewing cereal the entire time, and like you could just add milk and make it soften up, but then that would just like make it harder. But yeah, it's just a matter. I feel like it's just like I wouldn't do it again just because I don't like sitting there for 40 minutes. Just like I feel like it's so boring. I'm just like sitting eating cereal and yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing how many people do it. I'm sure you inspired quite a few, but yeah, I know they get quite a crowd at
It's very fun.
now.
It's very hyphy. It's just like I feel like it's not. I feel like the most fun competitive eating stuff to watch is like the competition, the quick ones, and that's what I got really popular for. It's like I got really popular with me competing with other guys, and I beat them in like eating contests or whatever. That's what people like me to do, and then that's why I have a lot of women supporters. So thank y'all. Like you're,
I totally
yeah.
inspired.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, the cover with you and the 2 guys and a gigantic boba.
Oh,
things
yeah,
like
that one is like
you know.
very iconic. Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody loves that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see what else. If you could time travel to any time period, where would you visit first?
The future. I would say the future. Whenever we have spaceships and I want to see the space. I'm a space nerd. My dad
Really?
is a space nerd. I love Star Trek. I like watch every episode. I know every like generation.
So Star Trek over Star Wars over. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Favorite gaming platform? Are you always PC?
Yeah, yeah. I only play League of Legends.
That's it.
That's it.
You never had a second game ever? No.
I mean, like before League of Legends, I played MapleStory, but I don't even play that now. Like I only have time for League of Legends now. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Amazing. And then your plans for the rest of the year. What do you got? What do you got? Going on?
So I'm going back to Asia in the summer, going to different countries this time. I'm going to visit Vietnam and Thailand for the first time probably, so that'll be fun. I think late May I have a trip planned for Nashville. And I don't really have anything planned after that, but I know Australia is definitely on one of my countries I really need to go and visit.
Wow. And then are there competitive eaters in Vietnam and Thailand too?
Not Vietnam and Thailand. That's more for exploring. But I know Australia has a lot of competitive eating stuff. But I know Thailand has food challenges. I just have to dig it up.
Right.
Vietnam, not so much. But like the food is so cheap, I can just order 10 bowls
That's
of
true.
pho if I want to.
Make it.
Really, yeah. I was just like, hey, I'm here at the street market, or maybe I'll just like go to a stand and I'll just like buy the rest of the batter or like buy the rest of the pho for the day. Like the lady's gonna get paid. I'm just like, she can go home early and I'll just eat all her food. I don't know. Something funny like that.
Are you getting bugs?
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
I can't eat weird food. I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
Well, it was awesome having you on.
Thank you.
Everyone follow Reno's crazy
Thank you.
websites, TikTok, IG, YouTube, all that stuff. Always great having you back and chatting with you.
You too. You too. Thank
So,
you.
See you next week. Thanks for joining.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Las Vegasville podcast. For more information about me and where I've been dining recently, check out my IG and TikTok at Las Vegas Phil. Feel free to text or leave me a voicemail about anything you want, 702-551-4445. Stay tuned as a new episode of the show debuts every Monday morning.